United. Glory, glory, Man United. As the Reds go marching on. Come on, people. Welcome, everybody. Listen, welcome to another glorious day. Being a Manchester United fan, these are the days that we always crave for, right? These are the days that we always want to live for, because beating Liverpool at their house, it does not happen often. It doesn't happen often, people. It doesn't. Do you know when was the last time we did this? 2016. Some of you amazing people in here, you were not born 2016. I'm kidding. But what I'm saying is there's some people who have not seen us beat Liverpool at home. 2016. We are now at 2020. It's ridiculous, right? Almost like 9 years, right? So, of course, I'm kidding about the person being born and whatever. But wow, it is just absolute madness, man. But I had to bring the shades. Man, because you know what? Feeling good, man. We did it, people. You guys did it. We all did it as a family. You know what? We stuck in there. You know, we went through it. We said, you know what? Not today. 21. What? Liverpool, you're trying to get 21 over our dead body? Nah. We ain't going to let that happen. We're going to do our part. We're going to stop you, Liverpool. All right? We're going to stop you. And we did our job. We went to the Lions' den and we showed the Scousers what it's all about. 62 seconds in, whatever. Is it 62 or 65? It's like that movie, gone in 60 seconds. Boom, we're back. We found the back of the net. Brian Mbeumo. Oh, my gosh, man. Listen, people. It's just crazy, right? It is crazy. But you know what? We'll talk about it. Alex Wang is in the house, people. Smash that like button. Welcome, everybody. Listen, LFC 21. Listen, hey, that's what LFC, they were thinking they would do, because they just won, the Premier League. So they were like, all right, cool. We're going to splash the cash and then, go for this, the jugular, to go for it. They say, okay, fine, let's get the 21. Yeah, it doesn't look that it's going to be that easy, Liverpool. It is not going to look that easily. But listen, in case you didn't know, Manchester United have beaten both world champions and the Premier League champions in the last 5 games. Let's go, right? Once again, Manchester United, this Manchester United side with Ruben Amorim, they have beat the world champions and the Premier League champions in the last 5 games. Listen, we are taking names, all right? So it is what it is. Happy days, people. Welcome. I mean, we splashed some cash. Look where we're at. Hey, listen, I know, Alex. I know how it is. I know, it's tough. It's tough, man. The thing is, you can splash the cash, but you need to be able to find a way for these players to click, right? Because, yeah, I saw somewhere, I think Carragher was saying that the way he's seeing Liverpool was rolling is, it reminded him like as if they're rolling as if they're Madrid. Like went splash the cash to get the greatest and the best players out there. But the problem is, you can have those guys, but if you cannot make them tick and work together, then it doesn't work. It doesn't work. But yeah, people, listen, that's why I got the glasses. I'm feeling good with myself. I'm enjoying it. That's what's up. Do you think we'll be able to be sold? Listen, we'll see. That is to be determined. About the sale of the club, it is to be determined right now. Let's enjoy the win. Let's enjoy this thing. Dude, I've watched the highlights so many times, it's ridiculous, right? And each time I see the Maguire goal, I'm like, come on, Harry Maguire, Maguardinho, all right? Only one player has created 20 plus chances in the Premier League this season. Bruno Fernandes. That is the guy. 20 plus chances this season. Bruno Fernandes, man. Oh my days. And right before, listen, we can see Bruno was knackered, man. Like Bruno was tired, you know. And I'm glad that the manager took him out. But right before he took him out, he did that amazing volley assist. I mean, Bruno, man. That's the thing about Bruno. We can say whatever we want to say about Bruno, but Bruno, he has those moments. And that's why it's very risky to say, oh, you're going to take Bruno out of this game. Because, dude, he was about to get substituted, right? Had Ruben substituted him right before that chance, then maybe that chance would not have been created. But only Bruno can do that, because that was a volley thing, you know, like put the ball in the danger zone, right? And he was saying, listen, he wasn't really aiming for Maguire, but, you know, he knew, like, listen, I'm going to ping it out there. I know someone, they're going to attack it, right? There was Maguire there, there was De Ligt there, you know, they were going for it. So big up to Bruno, man. I know he gets a lot of flack, but, it's one of those that, it shows that when things work, they work. Again, people, it is a back-to-back win for Manchester United. Yes, we haven't seen that under Ruben Amorim. That's another dude. You know what? This win has been so amazing because there's so many things, right? It's been over almost 10 years since we've beat Liverpool at Anfield, and nobody expected us to do that, right? Nobody expected us to do that, and we went and did it, right? And the same thing is, we under Ruben Amorim, we have never had a back-to-back win. We got it, you know, guys. I think we may get. Do we think that we have reached the turnover? You know, like at a pivotal moment where things are about to change for this amazing club of ours. Would you really want the Gunners to win instead of the Liverpool? Listen, man. At this point, I will go with the Gunners. I know the Gunners are not my favorite cup of tea. You know what? Actually, you know what, Alex? I'm gonna go with. I want City to win it. I want City to win it. All right. I want City to win it because anything to stop Liverpool getting 21. Arsenal, I hear you. Arsenal, they're gonna be freaking annoying. So we need to find. we don't want to deal with them. All right, Alex. Imagine you're coming on here and then you have some of these Gunners in here, champions. Come on, man. It ain't gonna be a good look. So yeah, first time we won at Anfield in 9 years. Yes, 9 years, bruh. That is crazy. Dude, do you know, like 9 years, a lot of us have been watching this club for the longest time. 9 years. We haven't been able to beat this lot at Anfield. And listen, before that game, Anfield was rocking. He was rocking, man. You will never walk alone. All this crap they sing. I guess they are going to be walking alone. Right? So I'm like, oh, man, this is not looking good. You know? But oh, my days. How for you have fallen, wanting crosstown rivals. I don't know, Alex, man. I don't know. What is our choices? Ideally, we want to win it. All right. Can we do it? There's no way. Right? It's one of those best of lesser evils, whatever they call it. So it could be one of them. Because, fine, of course, I don't want Liverpool, 100%. 100% not Liverpool. So what is next, like, least painful thing to witness? Yeah, we have seen whatever. You know, they can go ahead and do it, right? Arsenal, they're gonna be too noisy. So yeah, it's one of them things, man. It's one of them things. I know it's crazy that I even think about that, but you know, it's still early. It's still early. For people, I would rather hear Liverpool's mouth than. Are you serious, Alex? No, but listen. The thing is, Alex, Liverpool, they're gonna beat us right now. We all have 20 titles. if they win, Alex, we don't want to hear Liverpool singing like 21 titles. You'll never sing that, right? Because if they win, they're gonna have 21 titles. We don't want that. That is a disaster. Sir Alex Ferguson's job was to knock this lot out of off their perch. He did it. So fine, Liverpool. We gave him time. They were able to catch up with us. They got 20 just like us. So right now, we don't want them to surpass us, right? So we need to do whatever we need to do to buy us time for us to get back, into the hunt, right? Right now, the only thing we can do is to go out there and disturb the peace, like the way we did yesterday or the day before, whatever. When you're watching this, all right? We went in there. We made sure they don't get an easy win, right? So that's what I'm saying. If I be falling, I would rather Liverpool. I mean, we would be closer to 21 than Arsenal. No, yeah, but Arsenal, they're not going to touch us, right? Arsenal, they're not going to touch us when it comes to 21 or to even 20. Dude, Arsenal, Liverpool, they're the closest enemy because both of us have 20 titles. Arsenal, small club, man. They ain't going to get there anytime soon. You know what I mean? So then hear them singing about the first title 19 years. Fine, they can sing that in 19 years, but then we can always say, yeah, 20 titles, you'll never sing that. You never sing that. We got 20 titles, you never sing that. That's our comeback right there. That's our comeback. They can sing that, whatever. But if Liverpool get 21, then that is a problem, I think. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. So it's one of those, like, we got to do a couple of things, all right? We need to stop all these guys, or we need to go on a crazy run, right? Can we go on a crazy run? Could it be a run that we're putting together? Could it be one of those? Bring on Brighton, and then we go from there. Because again, we're only playing once a week. Listen, Leicester did it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, I'm being delusional. I'm not being delusional here, but Leicester did it. So it's one of those. But I know we're not gonna win the title. But what I'm saying is we need to stop Liverpool at all costs, in my opinion. Right? In my opinion, let's stop them at all costs because we need. All right, let's go here. Yeah. So we need to make sure. I feel like it's not a problem necessarily. It's just our pride will be hurt. But if we win in 28, then we'll equal them still. But I hear you what you're saying, Alex. The only thing is with that the 28 thing, it's not a guarantee, right? It's not a guarantee. All right. The glasses are coming off. I'm having a hard time reading the thing, right? But the 28 thing is, of course, ideally, it would be nice, but it's not guaranteed. And you know what? We may say, 28, we could win it, but what do you think Liverpool is going to do? Liverpool splashed crazy money this window, right? So if this doesn't work out, whatever Liverpool is trying to do, they're going to splash more cash. And we are not at a position where you can splash the cash. Sometimes whatever players we want to get, we need to splash the cash, right? And that's the problem. And it looks like we may not have that money like that to splash. 28 then will be equal and projected to win. Yeah, Alex, I mean, that's what we had at the beginning of the year. And we still lost these 3 out of our first 5 games. Yeah, dude, Alex, right? I know we lost 3 out of our first 5 games. That's fine. We're still trying to find our feet. But someone somewhere was saying, do you know if we beat Arsenal, we could have been closer, like I think we could have been second or something. If we beat Arsenal, we could have been second. You see how close that is? Right now, we are how many points behind City, whatever? let's see. Let me pull up the Premier League table. Yeah, so right now we are 13th. So we are 2 points away from Liverpool. And Liverpool, quote unquote, had a very good start of the season. So it's one of those. Had we won the games that we were supposed to win, we could have been thereabout to challenge, maybe. You know? Are you comparing the great Man United to Leicester? No. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to compare the great Man United to Leicester. But what I'm saying is one of those one-offs where nobody expected Leicester to win the Premier League during that time, right? So they went ahead and they were able to go through it, right? What I'm saying is for us, if we get our act together, we're playing once a week. I know crazier things have happened. We're not going to go there, though. We're not going to go there. But what I'm saying is that's what I was trying to allude to, that if we play, we learn to understand what Ruben wants and stuff like that, we click and stuff. Yeah, we can get European football next summer. That's our goal, right? Would it be Champions League? Would it be Europa? I'll go with Europa right now. All right, Champions League, I think is right now. It looks like top 4 is kind of settled, right? So it's one of those, but it's very interesting. It's definitely very interesting to see that how quickly things can shift, right? Because Liverpool, they were riding high on their, they're doing their thing, and all of a sudden, right now, they are in a crisis, right? They are in a crisis, and they have lost 4 in a row. That hasn't happened in 30-something years, So it's one of those that you're like, okay, well, I guess what goes around comes around, kind of thing. It looks like it's Liverpool's turn now to be in the mud, right? Scousers in the mud, So it could be it's their time now to be in the mud, but I still think it is their title to lose. But I'm glad that we were able to go there and actually get a result, which no one expected us to do. And honestly, man, what a day it was to watch the boys, go out there and fight from minute one. From minute one, these guys, and that's how we've been starting a lot of these games, right? We start these games as early, try to hit them quickly, and try to find a way to score early. Because I think what Ruben Amorim has determined is, if we score the first goal, then already in our psyche, we're gonna be able to perform better in that game. So I like what they've done. I like what they've done. And we look pretty decent, man. Senna Lamens here says Ruben Amorim tried to keep the pressure on him and not on the team. He takes a lot of pressure from us, and that's also what a great managers do. So Senna Lamens said, listen, man, the boss takes a lot of pressure off the players, right? To help them deal with this, which is incredible, right? And I cannot imagine, guys, can you imagine Ruben Amorim if he went, okay, imagine after that game, he went straight to the bathroom and locked the door. Imagine what he does in there. It's like, imagine how much celebration he's doing, and then he comes out acting like, nothing to it, man. This is just another day, another day at the job, kind of thing. So, yeah. So, honestly, man, what a win. Wayne Rooney is saying that for me, Mbumo is by far the best United player this season, but he hasn't been rewarded for his work and sacrifices, to be honest. I was a bit skeptical when United signed him, but he has proved me wrong. Come on. Listen, if there was a player that we signed this season that fits our bill, Brian Boomer is that guy. Even Matthias Cunha. Oh my days. Dude, do you know Matthias Cunha could have been, honestly, in that game, he could have been one of the man of the match contenders from what he did. He did not score, but all this other stuff that he did away from the out of the box. I mean, I prefer listening to Scousers talk than Gunners talk because you barely can understand. Alex, that's funny as hell. That is funny. I know. I hear you, Alex. I hear you. The Scousers, man. I know. It's funny. That's funny. That's funny as hell, man. Yeah. So that's interesting. Again, Center Lamens versus Liverpool. He had 5 saves. 5 saves. 4 saves inside the box. 2 dive saves. 2 high claims. 1 punch. 55 touches. All right. He had 1.33 goals prevented. All right. Listen, one thing is, I gotta say, Senna Lamens made me feel safe. Senna Lamens, I felt safe when you were back there doing what you need to do. Senna Lamens, thank you for keeping us safe. All right. Ciao. What up? How are you? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good. Welcome. And what's up with Victor? Listen. No, Victor No Queretes. I know, man. Crazy. Ciao. What's up, man? How are you doing, brother? How are you doing? How are you feeling, man? How are you feeling after this monumentous win since 2016? 9 years ago. Imagine if you had a child. The child would be 9 years. Oh my God. It just occurred to me. My child is almost 9 years. So in his entire time from being born, he hasn't seen Man United beat Liverpool at Anfield. What? That is crazy. It just occurred to me. Yo. So basically, this kid does not know there's something called Man United beating Liverpool at Anfield. It's not even a thing. That's crazy. That is crazy. Maguire said, I'm in my last year of contract, so this could be the last time I play at Anfield with this club. It was therefore very important for me to come here and win, right? So there you go. 60 million down the drain. Wow. That is crazy. That hit me, man. Dude. My child has never seen United beat Liverpool at Anfield. That's crazy. And also another thing is, Senna Lamens is one of the players who have not lost at Anfield. You know? Senna Lamens, I think Patrick Dogu, who else? Mbumo, Cunha, Sheshko, right? All those guys. They can actually sit with their chest held up, say, listen, we have not lost at Liverpool. I'm doing good this weekend against Brighton. Will be more harder than we think. United haven't beaten Seagulls in the past 3 years at home. Listen, man, before we start worrying about the Seagulls, let's enjoy this win, brother. All right? No, that's just life reality, Alex. I hear you. Yo, you know what, child? And that has been our biggest problems, right? We all expected these boys to show up for this game, right? We expect them to show up, and that is not the issue. The issue is when we face the likes of Brighton or these quote-unquote smaller teams, which we should be dispatching. That is the tricky part. Is for them to get switched on and say, hey, Let's do this again. Because if again, we all said it in that Arsenal game, if that was our bare minimum, that's our baseline, then we're gonna be okay. But of course, we just messed up, right? Grimsby, whatever, right? So this team needs to find a baseline where your standards are not gonna drop from that point, right? Because we stepped up against Arsenal, we stepped up against Liverpool now. Let's make that our baseline. Then we know, okay, anyone that we're going to face going forward, we're going to be able to deal with them. But yeah, Brighton has been our bogey team recently, right? Which is, it is frustrating, but we should be able to dispatch them. Charles said we must shut down to the Welbeck. I know, Chow, man. Listen, and every time we face Welbeck, I never like to face him, man. He always finds a way to find the back of the net. People, make sure you smash a like, man. Smash a like, hit the subscribe button, right? So, but you know what? I think this team, from what I saw yesterday, I think we have grown. We have grown as a community. We've grown as a team. And I think we'll be able to deal with Brighton this time around. We're going to be able to deal with them. So I'm really not that worried about Brighton. I think Liverpool was more a worry for me because, again, I didn't want us to come here to Anfield and get embarrassed. Like, they come out and put like 7 past us and stuff. It looks like that is not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. So it's not going to happen. So I think these boys will be able to find a way to deal with Brighton, right? Right? Because Brighton, they're such a footballing team. Obviously, they're not gonna sit back, or the defensive line is not gonna be really advanced like that. So the tactics may be a little bit different when you're dealing with Brighton than Liverpool, but still, the mentality, it needs to be the same mentality. Because if we correct this here, then these boys will be able to all the time be able to perform at the highest level. Ruben Amorim is the only manager to win away from home at both Anfield and Etihad across the last 5 Premier League seasons. Right? There you go. Chow is saying, against Liverpool, the lineup has no future and Euro must back to the team. I don't want to see Dallo. He played against us every single time. Chow, listen, yeah, I agree. That lineup is not the future. Right? That lineup is not the future. Our future does not involve Maguire, does not involve Luke Shaw. Right? De Ligt is in there. Right? Licha, Euro, for sure. But at this moment in time, I think Ruben Amorim's tactics, whatever he chose to do in this game specifically, it made sense. Because you start Maguire, again, set piece, FC, and all this stuff, you can be able to do the aerial situations, right? And Luke Shaw, honestly, he did not play bad, in my opinion. Luke Shaw, he did not play bad, right? He didn't play bad. So it's one of those, but again, they're not for the future. And I'm hoping that come Brighton, you're going to have the likes of Mazraoui. Mazraoui is going to be fit. I wonder if Licha is going to be able to get some game time for that game as well. So this is a very good problem for Ruben Amorim to have, right? Because you have a very fit squad, and and then you just work it from there. But I hear you. Yes, we definitely need to see Euro in this joint because he's the future. You shouldn't look down on Brighton. They beat us. No, I'm not you, Alex. I'm not looking down on Brighton, man. Brighton is a bogey team. They've beaten us multiple times, 100%. I am not looking down at all. What I'm saying is, if you rate teams, right, Brighton and Liverpool, you're gonna have to hold them in different regards, right? Now, what I'm saying is Liverpool, the boys switched on because they're the top four teams, whatever. Our boys switched on, but they should go into that Brighton game the same way that they were thinking about Liverpool, because Brighton have beaten us in the last, I don't know, 5 games, right? Brighton has our number. So these boys should go into that Brighton game the same mentality like they were going through with Liverpool, right? The same hatred, same whatever. Whatever they need to do, whatever they ate the night before, they need to do that again, because you need to do the same thing against Brighton. Because if we go and lose against Brighton, then work done is equal to 0, because then you're going to be like, what is this? It's going to be the same stuff again. People are going to be like, oh, they can show up for Liverpool, but they cannot show up for Brighton. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see, 3 years in a row. Imagine if we lose like we won last week, 1 at home to Brighton. Yeah, late game winner. I know, man, dude. I'm telling you, man, it will be so frustrating. Honestly, it will be so frustrating if we do lose against Brighton. All right. After 9 years of waiting and 10 failed attempts, Manchester United finally win at Anfield. A great result, a huge relief, and a real boost to confidence. So what comes next for Ruben Amorim's side? This is, according to The Athletic, it is Brighton, right? But yeah, Sir Alex Ferguson often said, judge a player by how they perform at Anfield. If you look at new players, they were the best players for me yesterday. Obviously, Harry Maguire gets the headlines, and he had very good game, but a lot of other players did as well. This is according to Andy Mitten. That is correct. The new players that we signed, they all stepped up. Mbumo, Cunha. Oh my God, Cunha is just a menace. Cunha is a menace. I love it, man. Cunha is a menace. We needed a player like him. And even one thing I noticed yesterday is when we win a goal, when they equalized, our heads didn't drop like that. Our heads didn't drop like that. We kept on pushing, and we went to it, right? So yeah. Let's see. So that was very interesting. Very interesting. The way we performed. Let's see what else is going on. Harry Maguire's last 6 goals for Manchester United. Ready? Winner in the 84th minute versus Liverpool. An equalizer in the 89th minute versus Grimsby. A winner in the 121st minute versus Lyon. A winner in the 47th minute versus Ipswich. A winner in the 93rd minute versus Leicester. An equalizer in the 91st minute versus Porto. Harry freaking Maguire. Clutch. What a player. What a player. What a player, man. Harry Maguire, man. I'm so impressed with this guy, man. The question is, do you give him a contract extension or you let him go? You say, Maguire, fine. I know what you've done. Good luck in your future endeavors. Or you say, you know what? Let's hold on to him, because we may need someone like him in special occasions where you need to get something. All right. If you want to go, we can't hold him at his will. Listen, Alex, I know Maguire wants to stay, though. Yeah, he wants to go. We're gonna let him go. But this dude looks like he wants to stay. He looks like he wants to stay. He wants to retire at Manchester United. If I saw somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, right? He wants to retire at Manchester United, man. So I don't know, Alex. What do you do? Do you give Maguadinho, a contract extension. Of course, lower wages. He understands that he's going to be a bench player, right? Priority is going to be given to Yoro, De Ligt, and these other guys. Do you keep him for the dressing room? Honestly, because doing stuff like that in the dressing room, having him, I think it should definitely, it will motivate a lot of young players too, right? Because Maguire went through a lot of adversity, right? He stripped captaincy and all this stuff. He went through it. Now, Maguire is not the player that, he's not a defender, center back that we want in this Amorim system, but in certain games, he can do the job. Should we bring up JJ? 100%, Alex. 110%. JJ Gabriel should be brought up. Let him train with the first team. Let him train with the first team or something, man. Because, JJ is one of those that if we don't act right, some of these other clubs out here, they'll come and get him. All right? We don't want that. Senna Lamens speaks as he plays. Listen, he's calm, measured. He says, my social media has exploded. They told me before the transfer, it's really good feeling the praise and all the wins. I try my hardest. I am quite okay with it to keep the noise out, right? So I guess he tries to not necessarily focus so much on the social media or whatever, but it is very simple. You join United, your social media profile goes bananas, all right? Simple as that. Arne Slot, he's saying that if they come to us in a low block, playing so many long balls, then the last thing you want is going down 1-0. All right. If you would have told me that we are 1-0 down against the United team that played in the style that they did, and you told me that we created 8, 9, or 10 chances, then I would have said to you that it is impossible, but it was possible. Because listen, Ruben Amorim flipped the script on Arne Slot. Remember Arne Slot, man, after that game against United, he was like, yeah, we knew how they're going to play. So, he kind of broke it down saying like, yeah, we knew how Man United are going to play, so we knew how to deal with them. So I'm glad now he's feeling the saltiness, right? I'm glad he's feeling the saltiness. But Saturday is coming up, people. All right. Hey, did you see the article that said that they might bring in Beckham to? Oh, dude, Alex, I saw that. I saw the Beckham part. If we're sold, yes, the consortium they are talking to Beckham, and I saw something. Of course, Cantona, right? Beckham, Cantona, and all those guys. Of course, I would definitely welcome those guys, man. To come on and be part of the new ownership, right? But I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it, man. I'll believe it when I see it because right now it's still early doors, right? So we shall see. No center back in the Premier League has won more defensive duels, 37, than Matthias de Ligt. All right, there you go. Tony, what's going on, man? How are you? Hope you're well, man. Good. Jeez.